Welcome to Facts for Real Videos. Dubai just revealed something amazing. They intend to construct the first hyper-tower in history, which will be an imposing column of luxury dwellings, including the planet's highest apartment. However, there is an issue. Given the difficulty in selling luxury flats, there is a potential that this tower will remain unoccupied, like other significant skyscraper projects in the past, vacant. In this video, we'll look into the grand ideas for the Burj Binghatti and attempt to consider the type of individual who might wish to reside there. Beginning in November, when the Burj Binghatti's early designs were first shown, it was referred to as the first hyper-tower in the world in 2022. This shiny new phrase immediately gave off the vibe of exclusivity, and that's what I mean. Precisely what the goal of this initiative is. The average cost of a basic apartment is probably in the neighborhood of $2 million. At the very top of the tower, the penthouse flats would be far more expensive, probably nearly $200 million each property. But is it really worth the cash? The tower will be strategically located in Business Bay, the most affluent area in the entire city. Provides quick access to the biggest nature refuge in the city and the neighboring the Burj Khalifa. Additionally, the tower's residents will have access to a number of high-end services, including personal guards, upscale chauffeurs, even private cooks are available. The same set of aesthetic standards will be used in the design of all the flats by Jacob & Co. Guidelines that specify how their watches should look. Even some of their timepieces will be used as the names for the penthouse suites: Billionaire, Astronomia, and Jardin Fleurs. The height of luxury. These penthouses will feature private aquariums, an infinity pool, also a private gym. As if all of this weren't enough, the tower will be crowned with jewels. A towering lattice made of glittering jewels that sparkle in the desert sun. This crown will be created by Jacob & Co. in a similar manner to the opulent flats below. Aesthetic that echoes the enduring shapes of their well-known jewelry worldwide. There is still more. Jacob & Co. want the Burj Binghatti to transgress some rules to highlight the feeling of exclusivity. Records. They want it to be the tallest wholly residential structure in the country, first and foremost. Entire planet. The apartments at the very top of the skyscraper will be the most advantageous if this criterion is met. Tallest residences on Earth. Few people can say they own a more exclusive home than that. But the issue of whether these flats would sell still stands. Currently, Central Park has the title of highest residential structure. Tower is one of the 8 skyscrapers that make up Billionaires Row in New York City. Row. Almost 500 meters high, Central Park Tower is much taller than the One World Trade Center is the only other structure in America after the Empire State Building. Center. The Central Park Tower project cost more than $3 billion to finish in 2021. The flats were advertised to the wealthy and well-known, with the typical cost of a property and even more expensive than the apartments in the upcoming Burj Binghatti was the tower, which cost $22 million. Regarding the penthouse, which holds the record for being the tallest residence on Earth, was introduced on the market in 2022 at a $250 million starting price. However, this penthouse is having trouble finding a buyer. The less expensive units are the same. Nearly 50% of Billionaires Row's luxury residences as of August 2021 were all 8 towers are still up for sale and are having trouble making their initial investment. Perhaps billionaires prefer not to reside in towers. Maybe they'd rather purchase independent houses with yards and gardens. This issue doesn't just exist in New York City. A variety of residential towers may be found in Dubai, with Marina being the tallest. 101 has been in an unfinished state since 2017. After failing to sell as planned, the original developer, Sheffield Holdings, ran out of money. As many condominiums as originally anticipated. Similar problems might potentially arise for the Burj Binghatti. The past clearly demonstrates that it is quite difficult to find luxury apartments in residential skyscrapers. Sell. Why then are Jacob & Co. so eager to engage in what is obviously a dangerous endeavor? They may not be. There is a difference between announcing a project and moving forward with it, and the proposed tower be nothing more than a publicity stunt. Alternately, they get excited by the risk. Pushing boundaries has always been the foundation of the Jacob & Co. brand. Their company's tagline, "Inspired by the impossible," is what distinguishes them from other appealing to consumers. No one would want to purchase these watches if the designs were safe and conventional. Instead, what makes them popular is their audacious and creative designs. The Burj Binghatti is the same way. Potential residents wouldn't be excited if it were simple to construct. Due to the difficulties, it is more remarkable, marketable, and consistent with the Jacob brand and Amp Co. In the end, this endeavor is all about branding and marketing, not just for the employees of Jacob and Amp Company, but also for Dubai's citizens. The Burj Binghatti, a glittering representation of richness and wealth, would dominate the skyline of completing seemingly impossible tasks. It even includes the phrase Hyper Tower in its branding. It's merely another name for a skyscraper and has no meaningful meaning, although the word has excitement surrounding it and sounds thrilling. If the Burj Binghatti will ever be built, only time shall tell. If its opulent flats sell, only time will tell. However, if individuals are prepared to pay so much money on a wristwatch, then they can also decide to purchase a residence from Jacob and Amp Co. Jake Paul and Cristiano Ronaldo, two well-known athletes, may be the first in line for this opportunity to reside amid the clouds. Your thoughts on the Burj Binghatti? Would you pay $2 million to live in this opulent tower, and do you think it's a good idea? Tell us in the comments section below. If you want to find out more about another opulent tower, one that was completely demolished, watch this video about the world's most pointless megaprojects to avoid calamity. I appreciate you viewing, and I'll see you in the future video.